What's going on, guys? It's T-Dog, and today we're going to be talking about what it means to be looking for team or what it means to be a free agent and how you can maximize your potential and your value as a player. So first things first, what we're going to get into is understanding the grind of what this game is. Um, Throughout this video, I'm going to be using personal references through myself or through my close friends, people that I've met in the game, and just trying to help you trying to give you an idea of like what you should be preparing yourself for, basically. So first things first, you have to play the game. You can't just play for 3 hours a day, 3 days a week. If you want to make it in this competitive scene, this semi-pro scene, this pro scene, you need to be on every day. Every damn day you need to be on. Okay? Whether you're playing ranked, whether you're in customs, VOD review, scrims, matches, whatever it is, you should always be using each day to get better. You should always be waking up and getting ready to go. Okay? So, again, an example from me personally. I have been streaming for 471 days in a row. I have the world record for English Valorant hours streamed on twitch.tv. I'm not saying that you need to go out and beat that record, but I'm trying to give you a reference point of me, for example. I haven't even like made it in this game big, okay? Like sure, I've had my accomplishments. I'm a small streamer. Some people know who I am. But just understand that level of commitment, that level of sacrifice, the amount of work that I've put in just to get here, right? So that's kind of mindset that you gotta, kind of break down on yourself almost to where you could build out a really level foundation, okay? So what we're gonna start off with is playing the game, okay? I'm gonna explain what you should be doing when you play the game. So first things first, if you're looking for a team or you're a free agent and you're trying to get into the scene, you need to play ranked. You need to be immortal or radiant. That's what your goal should be. You should try to get up to immortal and obviously radiant if you can. You need to be streaming on Twitch, preferably. Out of streamer mode with a delay. Okay, and I'll tell you why you want to be out of streamer mode. There are situations where people will just look up your name in the middle of a game if you're shitting on them. I'm being dead serious, by the way, too. People will look it up. If you are shitting on someone and you are going ballistic, they're going to look you up on VLR, Spike, Google, Twitch, YouTube. They're going to find who you are. And that's where it all starts, is having a face to the name. Even if you don't have a face cam on, you at least have something. You're not this anonymous person online. You at least have something. You have a live stream running with a delay. Okay, they know you exist. They can go, they can watch the VOD, they can see how good you are, this and that, right? That's where you want to start. You want to be streaming every single day, or at least every single time you play ranked with a delay. The reason I say with a delay is that you will get stream sniped. It's not an if, and, or maybe thing. 100% of games are stream sniped. If there is a streamer streaming a Valorant rank game, someone is stream sniping it. I can personally guarantee it to you. Okay? So out of delay, you fix that problem. Now, with the streaming, you want to be consistent with it, right? You want to try to develop a schedule, and you want to play with other people, building connections, right? You don't want to be some solo queue demon. Queue up with your friends, you know, queue up with people you meet. That's how the connections really start, and that's this next segment that we're going to get into, is kind of being a positive person, right? So I'll give you another example real quick, right? If someone is saying something that annoys you or pissing you off in a rank game, whatever it is, you have the option to hit the mute button and just be the bigger person and just move on. Or you could be insolent and argue and bitch and fight like a weirdo. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you an example. Pietrovos, okay? Former teammate of mine. He's in a rank game. This guy says something to him. He blows up on him. Earnings checks him. Says all this ridiculous stuff. Turns out to be Jason R. 1 million followers on Twitch. Ex Counter-Strike professional. The guy who was going to build the FaZe Valorant team initially. That's the guy you just shit talked and pissed off. And now he made a video about you. And now hundreds of thousands of people saw it. And now you're the laughing stock on social media and Twitter. That's the spiral, that's that downward spiral you don't want to go down. It doesn't matter if the guy you're pissing off has 8 followers or 8 million. It's not worth your time. You don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to be seen as a negative person, drama related, moody, bitchy, whatever it is. Do your best to win your rank game. If you can't win it, it is what it is. Sometimes you just lose rank games. It's not that big of a deal to a rank game. I promise it's not. Okay, now, when we have that solidified, now we're going to be talking about connections and interacting with others. So the 5 pillars of Valorant social media: Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You should be active on all 5 of those platforms. You might not need to be posting ridiculous, insane, never before seen content, but as long as you're interacting, it is a very, very positive and good thing to do. You're watching your friends' YouTube videos while you're eating. Pop in your friend's stream before you start playing and start streaming. Say, hey, nice clip, man. You're insane. On Twitter to somebody's, clip dump. On TikTok, same thing. Nice video. Thanks, learned a lot. All that stuff just builds you up and up and up and up. I promise. It's all about having eyes on you, and it's all about being someone rather than this guy who plays ranked that has no connections and doesn't talk anywhere. He's under a rock. He's underground. He's off the grid. We'll never find him. We don't know who he is. He's the ranked demon. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy who has a name. People know what you do, and they respect you. That's all it comes down to. Now, there are some I don't know what you would call them. I'd honestly call them gods. The gods of Valorant Twitter. Probably NRG Weeded, Frosty, Governor, Scrounge, Boltsy. Probably those 5 names are the ones that resonate the most with me. Those guys are almost in every single post on Twitter ever. They're just there. They are just there. Whether it's a clip, whether it's a picture, whether it's a personal statement, they're in the replies. They are active. They're posting their own content. They're posting their own stuff, posting their own clips. That's the type of branding that you want to do. You want to be active. You want to be a positive, known person, And once you build that up, don't be fake about it either. You don't need to reply to every single person's tweet ever. Just be genuine. Just that's where it comes down to. Don't try to fake it till you make it. Just be genuine about it. Take your time. It's a grind. It's a very long process to make it. It doesn't happen overnight, right? So again, it all comes with just being humble, being positive, and working on yourself rather than focusing on what's going on with others. Who got this contract? Who got this opportunity? Who got hosted? Who got rated? Whatever it is, focus on yourself. And I promise, again, like I'm living proof. Time will tell that you will succeed. And I'm not trying to say I'm some big pro Valorant, big shot in the scene. I'm not even a well-known person in my opinion. But I've streamed for 471 days in a row. I have the world record for Valorant hours streamed in English. You know, like I know that no one has my grind. Verdi, great friend of mine, 20-hour streams, 18-hour streams, just daily, just because he wants to. Pure VNS, 24-hour stream because he wants to. 18, 16-hour stream, grinding day in and day out on top of scrims and all this other stuff. That's the type of like schedule that you are going to have if you want to pursue this. You got to have your daily stream. Then you got to have your practice, whatever it is, right? And now, just the final part that I want to segment into and just, cap it all off because those are all easy. The hard part about them is that it takes a while to develop, right? So if you comment nice clip once, like it won't really do a lot. But if you're interacting a lot more than that, it will. But that takes time, right? You don't want to rush it. You want to be genuine with it. When it comes to being LFT or free agent, don't don't make it someone else's responsibility to find out who you are. Okay? And this is what I mean by that. So if you tweet your LFT post and it gets 18 likes, and then you retweet it, and then you delete it, and then you repost it, and then you tweet it again, and then you retweet it, and then you quote tweet it, no one wants to see that. If you are not getting hits, just leave it up. It's not instant. It won't happen overnight. Just leave it up, pin it to your page, and leave it up. That's fine. Now, something that's very underrated is making your own team. I think a lot of people are nervous when it comes to this, so they don't understand how it works. I don't know why they don't understand how it works, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to explain to you how to make your team. Now, My first, this technically the second team that I was ever on, I created myself. How did I create it? I played ranked every single day for 14 hours a day, and I found good players that I meshed well with. Okay, some names that you might know, like Verdi, Farrico, Governor, Pietrovos, Frosty. Okay, all those people I found playing ranked. I didn't know them from a different game, and I already had a connection. I found them playing ranked. Their vibes were good, meshed well with them, ended up becoming their friend. We talked about it, we made a team. Number 20, peaked number 20 North America. Okay? Like that's how simple it is. But again, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. So if you're someone who is not getting hit up for your LFT posts, not that many people are messaging you, or maybe people are messaging you and it's not the opportunity you're looking for, take it into your own hands. Find those players in ranked. Find those players on Twitter that are posting LFT posts or their team breaks up or whatever the case is. Be active about it. Don't just sit back and wait for something to happen to you because it never will if you do that. Take it in your own hands. Be motivated. Be responsible. Um, I think I covered everything I wanted to go over. If anybody has any questions or comments, whatever it is, just please leave it down below. I'd love to continue to talk about this. I just want to try to keep this as kind of short and brief as I can. Again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, consider subscribing, and yeah, thank you again. I appreciate it. I'm out of here. Deuces.